Everyone. I thought I'd do this video as sort of a help for those who are thinking about getting into flying after flying for 5 years, powered parachute. I have some thoughts about flying, and I thought I would just share them with you. It might be helpful. So, why do I fly a powered parachute? First thing is safety. I got a list here. Let me just go through this. Powered parachutes are very stable. They are great in calm winds. You don't want to fly one in strong winds, but they're great in calm winds. They only fly 30 to 35 miles an hour, so there's not a lot of energy involved. Then the other thing is a powered parachute. It will not stall if the engine quits. They coast down to the ground. You can soft land a powered parachute with the motor completely off, which is another nice feature. The other thing is the cage on the powered parachute is very strong. All the weight can be put into the cage and the strength of the cage, and because the wing is just made out of nylon, they were like 9 pounds for the wing, compared to like a fixed wing aircraft where a lot of weight goes into building a strong wing. So that's a real advantage for a powered parachute. Next thing is from an economy standpoint, powered parachutes are about a half to a third the cost of any kind of fixed wing ultralight aircraft. Again, being that the wing on a powered parachute is pretty much a nylon parachute as opposed to a constructed wing, which is much more expensive to build. Another thing about economy is this particular aircraft that I fly has a 4-stroke engine on it, which is a very fuel efficient engine. It burns between 1.1 and 1.3 gallons per hour, and with a 5-gallon fuel tank you can fly over 4 hours really, before you have to come down and land. And it also uses auto gas, which is way cheaper than what aviation fuel is. Another thing about powered parachutes is you don't have to store them in a hangar. I can pack up this whole powered parachute on a trailer in 10 minutes, get it off of a trailer in 10 minutes, and so I just pull it home and put it in my garage, which avoids a $200 to $300 a month cost to have a hangar at an airport someplace. Let's see. As far as controls, powered parachutes are very uncomplicated. Basically, you have a throttle. Increased throttle, you go up. Decreased throttle, you go down. You turn by just pulling steering lines on the end of the parachute. There's no pulleys. There's no linkage. There's nothing that can break or get jammed. So it's a very uncomplicated control system. Another thing about a powered parachute is it requires absolutely no strength to launch. Unlike like a powered paraglider, these you just sit in, you lay out the chute behind the powered parachute, you give it power and it takes off. You don't have to pull the chute up by hand, you don't have to run across the ground 20 miles an hour, none of that. You just sit in it, give it power, and it takes off. The chutes that they use in powered parachutes, not always, but this one is a rectangular shaped chute, and it inflates very easy. Very, very rarely does it not come up the first time. So it's another real advantage. If you have trouble getting the chute up, you can get tired quick before you even get off the ground, and you can enjoy flying. Okay. Another thing about powered parachutes is you can land them in a crosswind. I'm not saying extremely strong crosswind, but you can land them in a crosswind. Basically, when you touch down in a powered parachute, especially around on the grass, you slow down so quick that there's no lift left in the chute. So the chute might go off to one side, but you don't have to really worry about coming down in a crosswind, unlike a powered paraglider where it's just your body that the chute is holding, and it can pull you over pretty easy and break a cage in a crosswind. Fifth thing here I listed was hands-free operation. Once you get up and flying, the throttle. You can set the throttle. You can steer with your feet, and it's hands-free operation. So you can, you can use a camera. You can do videos. You can look at your iPhone. If you're doing some kind of a flight to an unknown place, you need like navigation, something like that. You can fly hands-free, which is very nice. Another thing is that these powered parachutes, this one behind me here that I fly, it's capable of carrying about 300 pounds. I weigh about 160, so I have plenty of ability to carry all kinds of gear with me. I can attach, cases, backpacks, or carrying things to it. Bring my lunch, can bring clothes, whatever you want to do. There's plenty of room on a powered parachute to do all that. And last thing I wanted to kind of mention was powered parachutes. They fly a little faster than a powered paraglider. They're heavier, they're more stable in the wind, and the fact that they fly faster, and the fact that this particular one has a 4-stroke motor, it has an incredible range. I got about 120-mile range with this unit that I fly. So you can go a long ways in one of these powered parachutes. You can fly from one airport to some other one. You can fly a long time. So, that's what I like about powered parachutes. Just wanted to give you that insight. I thought, for someone that is thinking about flying, thinking about, what should I buy, I just thought it would be useful. It took me a long time to, kind of see the advantages and disadvantages to different types of aircraft. But I truly believe I picked the right one for me. I'm a person that really, I don't need a transportation vehicle. I'm looking for just something to enjoy, a simple way to fly low and slow, in something that I can do on my own. I don't have to depend on anybody else to set it up or take it down or any of that. So, it fits me well. It might not you, but I'm just saying that if you're like me and it's the same kind of circumstances as me, I think you might want to consider one of these. So if you have any questions, just post them at the bottom of my video. I'll try to answer any questions that I have, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks.